How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day. Alrighty, let's get into it. Now, this is a great article because it really goes in on how the need for financial literacy is not only needed in a big way in the black community, but definitely with high paid athletes all at the same time throughout all major sports, not just the NFL, but NBA, baseball, etc. and so forth. Former NFL star and who has turned a financial advisor, hopefully I'm not butchering his name, Adewale Gunleye, who is from New York City and whose parents are from Nigeria, wants to change the statistics of NFL athletes ending up in the poorhouse after their successful careers. Mr. Ogunleye's mission is to empower athletes to manage their money better. According to the article that I read the other day, 16% of NFL players go bankrupt within 12 years of retirement. This is what a study found from the National Bureau of Economic Research. And 70% of NFL is made up of black players, but very few of them have the financial freedom they need to survive in retirement, after their career. And before I go on, family, most Americans in current and future generations will not be able to afford to retire, just regular working people, because pensions are a thing of the past and most people don't contribute enough to their 401k. Most people don't invest their money in other areas or save enough all at the same time. As a matter of fact, since most regular working Americans do not save and definitely do not invest, retirement is truly a dream for most working people nowadays who don't think outside of the economic box of having a job. And it is what it is. Heck, in my opinion, if most working Americans do not change the way that they see money outside of working a regular job, paying bills, then lots and lots of people in their elder years will not be able to ever see retirement, and most likely will end up being homeless or living with family members until the day they die. The article also stated that as a financial advisor, Mr. Ogunleye says he knows black athletes want to build wealth but just don't have the tools to do so. He's helping empower African Americans to have more education to build wealth to pass on to future generations. And that is one thing that is definitely the media will not talk about enough, because generational wealth is an American tradition and it should be talked about more. I'm glad that platforms like the Black Business School, EWAL University, Bobhood University are doing these great things. Because passing down some sort of generational wealth is a capitalist way in a capitalist society. From life insurance policies, businesses, 401ks, individual retirement accounts known as IRAs, annuities, real estate, etc. and so forth, family. It's just the American way. Regardless who's in the White House, governor's house, and the mayor's house. Mr. Ogunleye is also the host of a TV show, Front Office, in which the world's top athletes evaluate business pitches from entrepreneurs, and platforms like this matter so much, especially when learning about financial literacy is much more important than anything else in today's world, family. The article also stated that Mr. Ogunleye noted to USA Today that he had to make a loan to a fellow athlete who earned more money than he did. And I remember a lot of times when I first got into the job market, I had people who made more money than me. They had more financial responsibilities than I did, but they would ask me for money, and I was just getting started out in the workforce as a full-time employee. Never made sense, but it shows you the kind of world that we live in from a financial standpoint, regardless if it's in the White House, governor's house, mayor's house. Just keeping it real. All right. Mr. Ogunleye stated, "I'm looking at this guy thinking, I'm undrafted. I only had a rookie minimum salary, and you're asking me for a loan." And he stated, and I was actually in a position where I could give him a loan. And so that's where he realized there's a problem. And before I go on, family, this displays how one can make millions of dollars a year and still end up in the poorhouse. Most working people who are good at managing money would be put in a better situation if given access to the right kind of capital these athletes get, and these celebrities get, period. The average NFL player's salary is $660,000 according to the NFL collective bargaining agreement. However, Mr. Ogunleye noted that even a large salary like that may not last because many players don't learn about finance management in their youth. And before I even go forward, $500,000, $600,000 is not as much as it used to be for the last 10 years, to be honest with you. One can go through $500,000 just like that. So I just have to, keep it real on that one. But anyways, Mr. Ogunleye noted that even a large salary like that, like I said, may not last long because people are not aware of financial management, and people will blow money, especially if you give somebody like that fresh out of high school or college that kind of money. They most people that age group don't have financial discipline, even if they're giving good financial literacy information, because we all have to learn things the hard way growing up. It's called growing pains, so it is what it is. But after Mr. Ogunleye went back to school at George Washington University to get an MBA in finance, he became the head of the UBS Global Wealth Management Sports and Entertainment Division. Mr. Ogunleye and his organization, UBS, offered financial education to historically black colleges and universities. Mr. Ogunleye gave advice to black students this past October, this was back in 2021, in the Elevate, Creating, and Preserving Black Wealth virtual program to students at 14 schools in the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference. Also, he works closely with financial advisors to gather a level of understanding of where athletes came from in order to create better working relationships with athletes. Mr. Ogunleye wants financial literacy to be an integral part of black athletes' lives, where they actively playing to build an intergenerational wealth once they retire. So I think this is a beautiful thing, and I wish him well in his endeavors. And I love to see great people who's in a great financial position never forget about where they came from. So keep up the good work, Mr. Ogunleye. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. Anyways, don't forget to check out Larry's Anything Goes online store. With Shopify store, we have the opportunity to purchase products, variety of products, get some money moves, apparel, and all that great stuff. So links are in the description. Go from there. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, AcornsCrypto.com, Coinbase, all those platforms. If you make some money, we're part of GS Partners. We not only have the opportunity to buy crypto and NFTs known as non-fungible tokens, but you have the opportunity to, for others, do the same thing and be able to make some money off of that. Links in the description. On that note, remember, you can't get fired if you own a company. It's 2023 going into 2024. It's time for you to own something. As I always say, do the great 3 things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves, or you're going to live broad like a fool. Take care.